Hey everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So on today's video, it's kind of an extra video this week because I was graciously asked to join in on a collaboration that I've been meaning to want to join in for a very long time. My friend Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri does a shelf-stable recipe with some other wonderful channels the first Tuesday of every month, and I'm joining in. So on today's video, what I'm doing is I'm kind of taking it and taking a little spin on it. Because what the rules are for this is that it's something that you can fix with only things that would be shelf stable or on your pantry. If it is canned items, it has to be something that is comparable to something that you can get at the store. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of spinning that a little bit because I'm Casey and I follow rules rarely. I am making shelf-stable homemade pasta, and we're going to dehydrate it so that we have it in our pantry for the winter months coming up. So, another cool thing that Mary Ellen did is this little logo that I'm gonna put right here. You can print it out. There's a little binder part too. Put it in a binder, find these wonderful channels, recipes, print them out and have them in a shelf-stable binder recipe book, which I think is the coolest thing ever. My recipe also will be in the description box, both written out and in PDF form if you'd like to print it out. So enough of me blah, blah, blahing, and let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm gonna be making some homemade egg noodle pastas 4 different ways. Alrighty, into a bowl, I'm gonna put 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Any flour will do. I like to use the King Arthur. And a teaspoon of salt. I normally use pink Himalayan, but I was out. You're gonna wanna whisk that very well. Make sure those 2 things are combined really, really well. And while you're whisking that, right before you get done, you're gonna go ahead and create kind of like a little a ditch in the flour salt mixture. So I'm whisking it here, make sure it's whisked really good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make a little indentation because that is where we're gonna open up all of the eggs. And you're gonna put 3 eggs in. Room temperature is best. And I'm putting those eggs right into the center. Yolk and the whites, all of the good stuff. Y'all, I've been getting some great, fabulous eggs from a local farmer here in the town where I live, until of course I have chickens, but I'm really excited to be supporting them and using their eggs and supporting their farm by buying them. And so now what I'm gonna do is mix all that up well. It's gonna start combining into a dough. Now, don't expect like a soft, fluffy bread dough. It's gonna be a different consistency, y'all. So whisk it. I like to whisk it until I have to start using my hands. And then I get my hands dirty and I'm gonna start kneading all the dough together. It's gonna be a heavier dough. And if it seems like your dough is not combining, you can add up to a teaspoon of water into it just to make sure that it combines better, but don't add more than a teaspoon. Again, the recipe will be in the description box below, written out as well as PDF form for you to print it out to put it in your binder. What I'm doing now is I'm just kind of forming it into that dough ball, making sure that all the flour in my bowl is combined with my dough. And then I'm gonna let the dough rest for 45 minutes. This is very important, y'all, so that it's not a struggle when you roll it out. So now I'm rolling out the dough and I want to get it to a nice thin consistency so I can start cutting out my pasta. I don't know who I learned this from, but I was one YouTube channel. I like to flip the dough every time I turn it to the side. Like I'll roll it up and down, and then I'll flip it, whoop, and then I'll do the same thing, up and down. I don't know where I learned it from. I've always done that now. It just makes more of a consistent thinness. Now, I will say I am not the king of even rollout dough. But it's all gonna be turned into delicious pasta anyways. So roll it out, make sure that you are rolling it nice and thin, unless you prefer some big chunky noodle pasta, doughy, like chicken and dumpling kind of thing. That's up to you, y'all, but I like mine thin so it'll work well. What I like to do now is get it nice and ready, and I'm going to cut it into an even square. I do that probably every time to start off with kind of like a square shape. so that I can cut even noodles. So here I'm still rolling it out. Ooh, I was rolling it out a lot, y'all. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now I'm using a pizza cutter to cut out the box shape that I was talking about. Go ahead and get that box shape cut out, but don't get rid of those little scraps because we're going to use those for other noodles shapes. And I'm going to do here. This first one is just going to be your standard long noodle that I'm going to cut out. And probably an 1/8 of an inch thick. I don't even really know. You know, math is not my specialty. But nice and thin, and I'm going to put it to the side. Because I thought I was just real cute this time, y'all. I'm going to be making multiple different pastas. We'll see how well they turn out. But this, I'm going to make probably enough for a serving for one for me to try this pasta. So I'm getting all of this long noodle pasta out first. And then I'll move on to the next shape, which may be in forever. Oh, here we go. I think we're going to the next shape now. Nope, still doing long pasta. It was really pretty long pasta though, y'all. I will say that. It was nice and, oh, no, here we go. Now I'm doing triangles. I don't know if that's really creative, but you can go ahead. This is the time where you can get real creative with your pasta and cut and shape any kind of type of pasta you want. Oh, this is the one that I thought I was just real cute and that I was going to make little rotini twisty pastas. So, all right, Martha Stewart, look at me over there thinking I am just the bomb.com. And I'm just going to twist it. You know, funny thing is, these are actually the ones that turned out the best, is my little twisty ones. They were kind of fun to make, and they stick really well. This dough actually sticks really good so that you can do those twisty things. I'm sure there is pasta makers, y'all. I'm going to hear it already in the comments. Sure, they're all pasta makers, but I wanted to do it from hand. And I know there's one that can go with my KitchenAid. So I may have to look into that for making other pastas. But I'm making different ones. Oh, here's where I'm going to use that extra dough that I talked about. And I'm going to level it out, squish it down, roll it out. And then I'm going to probably cookie cutter out into some circles or half moon shaped noodles. There I am doing that, getting it all nice and cookie cuttered out. It's a beautiful dough, and it smelled so good. So I'm so excited to try this pasta because I haven't done this exact recipe before. I've done other ones, but this is the first time that I've kind of mastered my own little recipe, and we're going to see how it works. We're going to put our pasta in an even layer on our dehydrating shelves. See, and we're going to put the top on. And we're going to turn it on and turn it to high for 12 hours, y'all. Yay! And now once you have it in the dehydrator, we're going to dehydrate it for about 12 hours. And once it's dehydrated, I'm going to vacuum seal it in my vacuum seal bags. Now, I'll say, the recipes online says that it lasts about 6 months. But again, I'm Casey, Rebel. I'm going to try and see how long it will last. So I have 4 different types. So basically at 6 months all the way to 10 months, I'm going to go and try and see how they taste still. I'm not going to open them. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let them sit and see if they still taste good throughout the months. So since I'll be doing a video every single first Tuesday of the month, I will keep you updated on this. So it's real easy. If you want to learn how to dehydrate your pastas, head over to my Instagram channel. I'm going to leave the tag right here, and I'm going to do a how-to video on how to dehydrate it in the bag. I have a couple more hours before they're all ready. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Mary Ellen, thank you so much again for inviting me. Y'all, be sure there's gonna be a playlist in the link below. Go and check all the amazing, amazing channels that are putting out recipes for the shelf-stable recipe. All of them will be linked in the description box below, all the great channels. And I hope you go over there, Try their recipes out, leave them a comment. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, while you're over here, make sure you're pressing that bell icon and subscribing to my channels. I have a lot of great stuff coming up in the next couple of months here on the farm. And you can go ahead and press the bell icon because that notifies you anytime that I, with the bad internet, put videos out to you. And go ahead and follow me on social media at Instagram and Facebook at Ormsby Farm because I post there usually once or twice a week. I've been getting really good at posting more. But until next video, bye y'all, be blessed.
I'm coming home.